Hey, good morning. Hey, good morning. Looking down, looking around. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office, North Georgia's only live online morning show. We are in Studio B this morning, still working on some things here in the studio, high atop of the FYN TV 14th floor building downtown LJ, right? So, controversial calls last night would not have changed the outcome. Okay. Let's just go. Hey, there's a lot of storms rolling through North Georgia this morning. We are not the only storm. Let's go to number two, the President of the United States. I said there's two national championship winners this morning, and that is one, the President of the United States, Donald J. Trump, and the First Lady, Melania. The place erupted in cheers last night. And uh, number 10 there, LSU defeats Clemson 42-25. Okay. So they are the national champions, and we won't take too much time on this. We're going to play a couple of the videos a little later on a couple calls that took place in the game. Right at that 25. At the time, one call was made that I do think changed the momentum and the direction of the game. It was only a 3-point game with LSU up. But I'm going to say this. I'm not coming on this morning and going to cry for a half hour that the refs stole the game and these calls are what determined it. The bottom line is LSU, okay, the LSU Tigers. First of all, if I hear one more person say, I don't know who will win, but I'm for sure the Tigers. Okay, we get it. All right. They were both the Clemson Tigers and the LSU Tigers, but LSU is 15-0. Okay. They won the national championship. They deserve to win the national championship. Joe Burrow, when Clemson dropped them back deep early with some of those punts, I said, hey, if Joe gets out in the field a little bit, Burrow is his name, Burrow, right? If he gets out there a little bit and gets some room, once this guy gets going, he's just unstoppable. The defense is unstoppable. They are the national champions, hands down, undetermined. And for those, okay, let's go back to, so I'm not going to get up and, there's going to be sports shows all day that's going to analyze what exact moment where momentum changed and it looked like Clemson come out with the big start and the momentum and all this and that. We're not going to analyze that here. The bottom line is LSU deserves to be the national champions this morning. And for all of those, let's go to number 11 here quickly. Number 11, for all of those that say, Clemson didn't play anybody this year. I heard that, okay? A lot of people I talked to, I would hear, Clemson hasn't played anybody. That's ridiculous, okay? First of all, it's ridiculous, okay? The ACC is starting to really come along. Do a little research when you get time into UNC up there. North Carolina Tar Heels, their football program, what they have done. ACC is coming along really well. You got a guy, they've lost one game. Are they 25-1, 25 wins and one loss? Now, for this guy on the screen, Trevor Lawrence, another thing last night, I'm following social media, and everybody in my friends list on Facebook, were putting up the president and just Melania and the cheering, and we'll play that soundbite in a little bit today. The cheering down there in not the Georgia Dome, in New Orleans, at the Mercedes-Benz Dome. All right, but anyhow, last night Georgia fans. Now, if you're watching anywhere in the United States, it's a lot of fun because last night you have the SEC, okay, LSU. All right, okay. Now it's interesting. Let me throw this out for college football. It's interesting that you will cheer for an SEC team, okay, that beat your ass. Listen, Go as long as it's SEC. Last night it was proven SEC was the strongest. Let's go to baseball for a minute. Not the fact that the Astros are cheaters, not just Bill Belichick cheated and so on and so forth, and the fact that Pete Rose is not in the Hall of Fame. Glossing all over that. Last night it was so much fun. You guys in the American League East, okay. If the Yankees don't make it, we do not cheer for the Red Sox. We don't do it. We don't cheer for, the Detroit Tigers. We don't do it, okay? We don't. I mean, we don't. It's American League East. But Georgia fans, what was fun to watch last night on social media as we're watching the game, how many Georgia fans were conflicted because this is a Georgia boy. Now, LSU won, period, boom. Kid from Ohio is going into the NFL, and I think he'll do well. He's the Heisman Trophy winner. But the kid on the screen last night, Trevor Lawrence, he's got one more thing on his resume for the NFL. He has won on the big stage last year. He has lost on the big stage, okay? Won and lost, all right, on the big stage. This guy just gets better, okay? Now, last night he came up against the best defense I've seen assembled in college football, and I don't know how long. I don't know when's the last time I've had an opportunity to watch a defense like LSU, all right? He had to rush his passes, okay? He had to come from behind. The pressure was on, and he didn't come out with the W. Now, 25 points did get on the board last night, but he didn't come out with the W. All right. But for all of those, number one, that were conflicted, the Georgia boy, I actually like this kid, like this young man. All right. Second, he's won on the big stage, lost on the big stage. He's from Georgia, Cartersville, Georgia. The guy that was ejected from the game, number 47, defensive guy, linebacker, I think Noonan, Georgia. He's from Georgia. We're going to talk about that a little later because we're going to move along here. But again, Georgia fans, it was a lot of fun last night to watch. Some of you post, I don't care where he's from, SEC. You cannot go for ACC team, whatever. Okay, done, over with. So the national championship is out of the way. We have two winners. This kid has won on the big stage and lost on the big stage. He had it coming. He had to do it. He's got it on the resume now. The winner, number 2, Donald J. Trump, okay? So for all of the people out there that never get an opportunity, maybe you don't watch college football. I'm good with that, all right? Maybe you doing something else. Maybe you're waiting for tonight's Democrat deranged debate, all right? You know what it is with the media and the Trump administration? You know how I see it? I see the media treating the Trump administration like Trump and his entire cabinet and staff are taking a whitewater rafting trip on a daily basis. And they hit some 3s and they hit some 4s and they hit some 2s. And the media is hoping every time they hit one of the rapids that one will fall out of the raft. It's like they're taking a whitewater rafting trip every day and the media is hoping somebody falls out of the raft. Never a kind word. So that being said, I think we start the show because let me go here. We're going to talk about this in a minute. If you watch TV, the only thing that's happening this morning in the deep state corporate corrupt, hashtag deep state corporate corrupt media is the controversy. See how I put this? The controversy that Bernie Sanders maybe told Elizabeth Warren a woman could not win. How dare you? A woman could, maybe that happened. Bernie flailed his arms in a private meeting and said, a woman cannot win, whatever. It's not your time. It's not your time. A woman can't win. What are you thinking about? What is on your mind? So that supposedly happened behind closed doors and everybody is gasping. And just yesterday, everybody was tied in the polls out there in Iowa. And for some reason, Biden's been elevated back to the top in new polling. On the same exact day, the New York Times is claiming that the Russians are trying to hack Burisma. Hell, you say. Everything is so coincidental with this media. But put up number 53 for a minute. Okay. Are they going to tell you this today? Is that 53? I don't think that's 53. If it's 53, is that 53? I don't have it as 53. I might have something wrong here. Do I have two 53s? Yes, I do. Put up this. Do you have the second 53? I put two 53s. What the hell is wrong with me? Thank you. That's not the control booth's fault. That is, don't record this. That's my error. We'll call it an error. Okay, an error. This is it right here. China has pledged to buy, this is from Reuters, okay? China has pledged to buy almost $80 billion in additional manufacturing goods from the United States over the next 2 years as part of a trade war truce. Cars, energy, agricultural. You getting that anywhere? No. $80 billion, right? And then if the guy goes to the World Series and he's at an elite World Series in Washington, D.C., the media loved running over and over how he got booed. So let me go here. Let's go to the video that I have there. It's from what I have it there. Steve Guest, you know which one? Let's run that. It's a couple minutes. It won't hurt you, okay? Let's watch Real Americans, because you remember, let me say this before you go. I love this. I love the control booth because Destiny does a great job of really figuring out when I want to go. The applausometer. Okay. Remember Disco Rick or whatever, the applausometer. I'm sorry. I do everything, Starsky and Hutch, the dance off, right? The applausometer. All right. What was the one game show years ago or dance show they used to use the applausometer? Okay. The applause meter on this one is through the roof of what the people think at the national championship game of the President of the United States and the First Lady. Roll the tape.
It's from Louisiana State University and Clemson University, joined by the President of the United States and the First Lady.
Okay, folks, how was that? Right? You might say, well, that's 2 minutes of my life I can't get back. Really? That wasn't that hard to endure. The President of the United States, big winner last night. They loved this guy. They were chanting USA, USA, USA. So also on that note, let's go to the one where, first of all, give me number before we take our first break, give me number 60, okay? The left has gone nuts over this, absolute nuts. Vince Vaughn actually went up, sat down with the President of the United States and shook hands. Do we have that video? I forget what I call it. Do you have the video on that? If you have the video, if you know what it is, just go ahead and play this video. There's no audio with it, but just play the video. Okay, folks, put 60 back up. Vince Vaughn actually said hello, spoke to the president. This is where we're at. They are messed up. These people are messed up, folks, okay? Vince Vaughn sat down, spoke to the president. You see the handshake there. They actually, you could see the second handshake. If you don't know, that's Steve Scalise next to the president last night, wearing his full purple and LSU Tigers from Louisiana. Steve Scalise, Congressman Scalise, but the president of the United States is being cordial to Vince Vaughn, and they are freaking out. Vince comes up. Now you got to remember, he's in the box. Vince comes up to say hello to the president. The president doesn't go find Vince Vaughn. So, you know, how many great movies has Vince done? Let's go with Dodgeball, one of the best, right? And remember Patches O'Houlihan? If you could dodge a wrench, you could dodge a ball. Doesn't Nancy Pelosi look on every single day like she got hit with a, does she look and act like she got hit with a wrench? She couldn't dodge it. I'm just saying. So there you go. A little soft opening to the show this morning. We're going to start getting serious about the political Republican defectors. Yes, the White House is worried Republicans are going to defect on the impeachment trial in the Senate. We'll get into that. We're going to talk about that. I have first of all, there's two things I want to go to break because you're going to hear about the Houston Astros. It's going to get blown up all day long, the cheating scandal on stealing the signs from a camera out of center field on all the sports talk. I just want to go to my first break with two things, okay? First of all, number 42, why is this guy not in the Hall of Fame? Period. Why is this guy not in the Hall of Fame? Charlie Hustle, a.k.a. Pete Rose. Or do I have that backwards? Pete Rose, why is he not in the Hall of Fame, number 2? And number 35, I do not care, okay? I do not care. I don't give a rat's ass if both of them work at Starbucks. I don't care. I don't care if she will not move to LA until Trump's out of office and she's going to stay up there in Canada with Justin Trudeau. Maybe make friends with a moose, get a pet moose up there. I don't care. You got it. I like the show, The Crown. I don't know if you've ever watched The Crown on Netflix. So I've watched all 3 seasons of The Crown. I enjoy it. I think it's great. John Lithgow, is that his name? An award-winning Winston Churchill. Awesome job. But let's keep up the I don't care, all right? Told my wife when we watched season 3 and it ended with The Crown, I said as soon as the queen dies, she's like 93, the monarch will be over, okay? And it won't literally be, but it will be over. It will be over. It will no longer exist the way we thought at one time with a queen and king, whether you care or not, and whatever. So I just want to go to break with, I don't care. But I will come back and tell you what I do care about. Hey, the supreme leader of Iran is arresting people responsible for killing people. Why didn't he think of that earlier before we had to kill Soleimani, whatever the hell. I'm your host, BK. Hey, by the way, before we go, I will before the show. Now, let me say something very, very, very controversial. On the lines of, we're talking about LSU, right on the lines of the N-word, people would say, oh my God. Have you ever heard the expression coon ass? We'll talk about it today, I promise. Let's go to break.
Hello, my name is Chad Watkins. I'm the manager at Larry's Body Shop. We are a family-owned and operated business and have been serving the North Georgia area since 1978. We are located at 1216 Progress Road in LOJ, Georgia. Our shop specializes in collision repair and we work with all major insurance companies. Larry's Body Shop is ICAR Gold, the highest role of training recognized by the collision repair industry. It is estimated that only 10% of collision shops meet these standards. Our shop consists of state-of-the-art equipment such as laser measurement system, down drive spray booth, spot and MIG welding equipment, All of our paints are mixed on site so that we can guarantee your paint to match every time. I know that having an accident can be a stressful event. We take pride in making sure our customers are satisfied with the repair of their vehicles. Our waiting area is clean and comfortable with free Wi-Fi and refreshing beverages. So if you're in an accident, stop by and see us at Larry's Body Shop.
Circuit World has complete queen bedroom packages at amazing prices. Get this queen bed, dresser and mirror, one nightstand, bedding set, and free 32-inch TV, all for only $1799.99 or $129.99 a month. Or get this complete queen bedroom set and sleep in style, also for only $1799.99 or $129.99 a month. What an incredible deal! Stop in today at one of our 5 locations and get the furniture you've always wanted at Circuit World.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
Ace is your healthful place for paint and home goods, tools, outdoor living, and lawn equipment. But did you know Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge is a little bit more? We have hunting rifles and accessories for your next hunting trip. We have Amish furniture imported directly from Ohio. And we have Ace Custom Woodworks for all your custom wood project needs, from cabinets to artwork. Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge. We have your new house in stock.
Okay, folks, we're back. I'm your host, BKP. We're coming to you live in Studio B this morning, a little stormy morning in North Georgia. I want to thank the control panel. This is our second day of working in Studio B, and it's mine. And let me just say that that sounded really nice, right? That sounded pretty selfish, but we have so many new things going on this year in the main studio. Okay, if you ever come down to the corporate 14th floor of the FYN TV operation, the main studio we have set up to do a lot of different things. This year there'll be a lot of stuff going on in that studio, which I will be using for candidate interviews and one thing after another. But what was happening in the past is for a sports show and other things, I have to get out of the way. And I did not want to get out of the way. It was that simple. I'm tired of getting out. I want to set up, I want to work, and I want my own studio. And I said, I will not sign the contract agreement for 2020 unless I get my own studio that I can do my own stuff, put my library together and everything like that. And finally, the leadership, the head guy over there and some people in charge caved, and here we go. I got my own studio, but I had to play. The negotiations had to get tough. I don't want you to think that it really got bad. I didn't threaten to walk out or anything, but This is a bunch of BS. All right, anyhow, let's move along. So good morning. I'm your host, BKP. You know, it seems like just yesterday, America had its first African American, aka black, also known as black male. Yes, we've pulled over a black male. It seems like just yesterday, America had a black Democrat first president of the United States, black president. And now, number one, the Democrats can't even put a field together with a black candidate. Just saying. Number one, a black candidate. There you go. Poor Corey. Hashtag poor Corey. That's what we should go with. Poor little black boy Corey. I don't care how mad you get, but I think it's hilarious because there is the only African American, presumably gay, black candidate, senator from New Jersey. Why they should have been all over him, just loving him, just caring for him. Hey, what happened to Deval Patrick? I think I may have blown that. Yes, I thought Deval Patrick came into the race and bada bing, bada boom, everything was going to tip over. And I guess that didn't happen. But the poor black guy, and I'm not talking about Steve Martin here. This is Cory Booker. He's out. Now, what's the joke going around the internet is that, the only black candidate left now is who? Pocahontas. All right, so let me go with this. Now, it seems like here is the debate tonight. So we're going to go from the national championship. We're going to get into the impeachment. A lot of people have asked, why is Nancy taking so long? Let's go to number 8. Why is Nancy Pelosi taking so long? Now, I know in 30 minutes, the caucus, don't you love the caucus? The Democrat caucus will meet in 30 minutes. And they will talk about floor leaders and sending their resolution to the floor of the House to vote on floor leaders and to send the articles over to the Senate. Now, interestingly, by the rules of the Senate and a trial we will get into, Amy Klobuchar, the senator of Minnesota, will have to go back to D.C. for the trial. Bernie, the independent Jew, not he's independent Jew, Bernie once a Democrat, runs as a Democrat, but identifies as an independent. Poor Jewish boy from Brooklyn. He will have to go, Senator, he will have to go back to Washington. Interesting. And Elizabeth DNA test, Pocahontas / Asian / now the black candidate in the race, Elizabeth Warren, who, senator from Massachusetts, let's say Massachusetts, she has to go back for the trial. So let's look here. Who would that leave open to just do whatever? Roam free. Leave these kittens home. Put a little scratching post in there and walk away and put a kitten cam up. Actually, that's pretty damn funny. So who are the 3 that's going to be left on kitten cam, Democrat kitten cam? Peter Pan Buttigieg, the young boy, the would-be king, a mayor of a major city, South Bend, Indiana. Major metropolis there. That's little boy Buttigieg, okay. Joe Biden. Should I say any more? Get your facts straight, Jack. Don't be standing up. Look here, Jack. You want to do push-ups? So push-ups, Biden. And I don't mean a creamsicle. Okay. And Tom impeached the President Steyer. They will be the only ones left on kitten cam for a couple weeks if things go very long. If the trial goes 2 weeks, and if they get all the witnesses, bring in the witness, please. Bring in the next witness. Bring in the next witness. If they get all their witnesses, why, what if this thing lasts 8 weeks? Clear past, New Hampshire. And it rolls right into South Carolina where all the black folk love Joe Biden. What if that happens? So what if Joe, yesterday it was a 4-way tie. They were turning the back turn. I mean, like a horse race. I can't do it. Here they come on the back turn, and there, here they are, here they are. Here's Stuttering Joe with a noselead, but here comes the little gay pony up by the second, and here comes the little Jewish guy. So Jewish guy is in third, and here comes Elizabeth. Just yesterday, they were all in a horse race. They had turned the final turn, and little Jewish guy, you had your bets, and everybody had their tickets up, and Gay Pony he's right in there with him, and the little Jewish guy and Stuttering Joe. And then there's Elizabeth bringing up the ranks. I just like doing that. I thought it was pretty fun myself. Anyhow, so the horse race was just now we have polling data where Joe is pulling away. And right there before the photo finished, Stuttering Joe seems to be stepping it up. We'll go into that. But what if they all go for the Senate trial, the three on Kit and Cam there, Klobuchar and Bernie and Elizabeth, and they actually cannot campaign while the Senate's on trial? I don't know if they're allowed to even raise money. I don't know. Okay, you look at it. But what if they have to go for 4 or 5 weeks? And that pushes things from Iowa to New Hampshire. And then it's all Joe's gravy right there. He rolls into South Carolina and the black folk, Joe is like, let me tell you what Joe Biden is to black folk in South Carolina. He is like the poor white child, Steve Martin. You remember the jerk? Joe Biden is the friggin' jerk. He is the poor black child that was raised by a white child that was raised by a black. I mean, you really believe, like, you remember Dad in the Jerk? Let's go in the Wayback Machine. He used to always shake and say, remember the black brother that used to read the letters home? Anyhow. So the trial could actually, if you think about it, push out the calendar to where Joe could be home free, running his horse race right into South Carolina, where all the brothers and sisters can't wait for him to get there. Interesting take on that. Or is that just me? So last night was the national championship, football championship, and tonight will be the national debacle disaster. Now let's stay into this because it's just interesting. I don't believe in coincidence anymore. Well, that's a coincidence. Why? That's a coincidence. So you got your coincidence and you got your circumstantial evidence or whatever it is. That's circumstantial, sir. You can't. That's not firsthand. Okay, you're not a fact witness. Interesting. All these things going out the window in just one administration of a president. Excuse me, I had to have a little coffee. Then I got my protein shake. Get over it. So here we go. Let's see. Wait a minute. All right. So give me number. Okay. Give me the. Oh, wait a minute. There's the New Hampshire. I want the one. All right, here it is. Number, I think, wait a minute. All right, it seems like just yesterday. Give me number 13. It seems like just yesterday. This time, maybe even exactly at 8:34. I was watching, all right, and Bernie Sanders was leading. Now, am I wrong here? Was this just yesterday? Because the poll is between January 2nd to 8th, okay? And the Des Moines Register, which will be co-hosting the CNN debate tonight. Oh, my God. Holy mackerel, Batman. It seemed like just yesterday, Bernie Sanders, the four-legged Jew, turned in the right corner here. And here comes little Jew, and he's coming up, and he is in the lead just yesterday with 20%. Elizabeth, 17. My gay little pony is at 16. And Stuttering Joe is coming in behind everybody right now, fourth, as they make the final turn for Iowa. Seems like just yesterday, Joe was behind every day. It's not a coincidence, folks. I'm being a little facetious, is that the word? And then it seems like you flip over just one day. Wait a minute. Where's it at? Just one day. It seems like just yesterday that that Bernie was winning there. Now you have today, number 12. Let's go to number 12. Okay. Number 12. I can't tell if it's up. Is it up? Yeah, it's up. Number 12 there. It seems like the Monmouth poll, now from January 9th to 12th, Joe's coming in to that main, he's in the straightaway. And Stuttering Joe is up to number 24%. And Bernie's falling back. Little Jew is falling back as they close in on the finish line. And Gay Pony is pulling right up behind. Let's see, is it appropriate to say in a horse race that Gay Pony is right on Little Jew's ass? No, you shouldn't say that. Did I say that out loud? So Gay Little Pony is 3, and Elizabeth Warren, and the dark horse, the only black candidate left in the race, Elizabeth Warren at 15. Just yesterday. Wait a minute. I'm going to do this, and I'm going to go back. It seems like just yesterday, this was the poll from the Des Moines Register, number 13, and Bernie, Little Jew, was leading, and Elizabeth Warren, the dark horse, was chasing Little Jew's ass, and Gay Pony was after a woman. So we knew that poll wasn't true, behind a woman. Then we go to number 12. I should do every show with a little lack of sleep. Went to bed midnight, got up 4 a.m. I'm really enjoying this. And then number 12, Biden is up there now. Okay. So establishment, deep state. Establishment, Republicans, deep state. You have Republicans that will not get upset. And I will show you them if Joe Biden is president of the United States. And that's a scary thought. We're going to cover it. So now we flip over to New Hampshire, number 14. And just like that, Joe's flipped the scales there. I mean, they're in the final stretch, Stuttering Joe. Stuttering Joe's being chased by Little Jew in the horse race, right? The little poor Brooklyn Jew horse. And then you have Dark Horse Warren, the only black candidate in the race now that, Cory Booker's out. And then you have My Little Gay Pony, Buttigieg. He's all the way down to 6.9. How does stuff like this happen overnight? Why, is it a coincidence? It's like my daughter used to say. She used to call it a coinkadink. She'd say, Dad, is it a coinkadink? So is it a coinkadink? I don't know. Just saying. Now, if Joe can flip the script, is that what all the kids are saying in Iowa? And he can roll into New Hampshire and knock off Dark Horse Warren and Jew Boy Sanders. And My Little Pony, we know the black people, we know the black folks in South Carolina do not like My Little Pony, Gay Pony Buttigieg. And they're waiting for, the jerk, Steve Martin, to roll into South Carolina as a poor little white boy. But anyhow, all the jokes aside, all the horsing around aside, okay, all the fun aside, has Nancy Pelosi been holding on to the articles of impeachment just long enough to get the senators back to Washington and leave the door wide open on the kitty cam for Buttigieg, right? Joe Biden, and who else would not have to go to Washington? Joe Biden wouldn't have to go. Peter Pan Buttigieg. Then there's Tom Steyer. And then there's the billionaire Mike Bloomberg. They could all be left on kitty cam, unattended, with the nation to watch, while some are back in Washington, D.C., at a trial that, look, let me tell you something. We're going to go to break. The truth. Every once in a while, the truth. Let's go back to, let me see. Let me go there. Let's go back to, where was it? I know it was here. Give me the lovely group. Let's go back to number 8. Okay. Put 8 on the screen. Let me tell you something. If the truth were known, as they say, if the truth were known, Klobuchar, Amy, Minnesota Senator. Bernie Sanders, Vermont Senator. And Elizabeth Warren, Massachusetts Senator. If the truth were known, they would love for Nancy to send the articles of impeachment over to the Senate and have Mitch vote an acquittal in 24 hours so they can get back to fighting the good fight in Iowa and New Hampshire and not actually see the deep state, the superdelegate people, and the Republicans that would not mind seeing Joe Biden. Let me say this, I'm going to go to break, okay? Whether you like it or not out there, because I know who you are. I know who the hell you are. Let me get my picture here. Okay, we know who the hell you are. Damn it. You always got to throw damn it in. Well, it's just there in case you need it. Let me see. Yeah, let's go with number key. They're key senators, key GOP senators on impeachment trial. Let's go to number 51. Okay. Folks, number 51 here, these key senators, it would not bother them, and there's others, if Joe Biden is an old classmate of theirs for the most part. Okay. He used to roam the halls of the Senate. I was going to say he used to roam the halls of, small children's schools and elementary schools, but I shouldn't say that. I shouldn't say Joe Biden would roam the halls or touch a child. I shouldn't say that, so it's not going to be said here. But Joe used to roam the halls of the Senate, the institution. Why Joe was a member of the institution. They wouldn't mind having him as president. Wow, what a thought. Wonder if they'd help campaign for him in a roundabout way like John Kerry. Let's take a break. We're going to come back because the articles of impeachment, the Democrat caucus is meeting now at 9 o'clock or 8:30. Take a break.
Hello, my name is Chad Watkins. I'm the manager at Larry's Body Shop. We are a family-owned and operated business and have been serving the North Georgia area since 1978. We are located at 1216 Progress Road in LOJ, Georgia. Our shop specializes in collision repair and we work with all major insurance companies. Larry's Body Shop is ICAR Gold, the highest role of training recognized by the collision repair industry. It is estimated that only 10% of collision shops meet these standards. Our shop consists of state-of-the-art equipment such as laser measurement system, down-drive spray booth, spot and MIG welding equipment. All of our paints are mixed on site so that we can guarantee your paint to match every time. I know that having an accident can be a stressful event. We take pride in making sure our customers are satisfied with the repair of their vehicles. Our waiting area is clean and comfortable with free Wi-Fi and refreshing beverages. So if you're in an accident, stop by and see us at Larry's Body Shop.
Circuit World has complete queen bedroom packages at amazing prices. Get this queen bed, dresser and mirror, one nightstand, bedding set, and free 32-inch TV, all for only $1799.99 or $129.99 a month. Or get this complete queen bedroom set and sleep in style, also for only $1799.99 or $129.99 a month. What an incredible deal! Stop in today at one of our 5 locations and get the furniture you've always wanted at Circuit World.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
Ace is your healthful place for paint and home goods, tools, outdoor living, and lawn equipment. But did you know Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge is a little bit more? We have hunting rifles and accessories for your next hunting trip. We have Amish furniture imported directly from Ohio. And we have Ace Custom Woodworks for all your custom wood project needs, from cabinets to artwork. Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge. We have your new house in stock.
Okay, folks, I'm back. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office, coming to you from Studio B. I've explained over and over, it's our second show here. I have not had an opportunity to work on the walls yet, some of the stuff, but I have my own studio now. It was in my contract negotiation for 2020 because I was always in the way. And let me tell you what we got going on. Usually, sometimes Samantha says, why do you announce this stuff knowing we're not ready? And if she's there another 20 years, she's going to say, why do you announce this stuff knowing we're not ready? Because that's just who I am. I'm not changing. Anyhow, we are going to be putting together a team. We did yesterday. We're starting FYN Investigates. Okay, get ready. It's coming. It's going to get blasted out. FYN Investigates. And we are starting FYN Cold Case Files. We put a team of 3 together yesterday to head it up, FYN Cold Case Files. So throughout the coverage area, and we're going to be covering some new areas through the election. So anyhow, truthfully, we had to have a studio where we could do interviews, we can do other things, and I don't have to move all the time. I don't have to move my mics. I don't have to move my phones, cords, cables, my chair, nothing. And that being said, because also this year, tomorrow we start, I'm excited about that, our annual Tax Tips with Beth Bennett and H&R Block Tax Tips with Beth Bennett. I always love that segment when it starts. So let's go here. Let's start with the I Don't Care, number 35. Okay. Number 35, I don't care. Could care less if they're going to go to Canada and start a moose farm or work at Starbucks. I don't care. Got it? Don't care. So I know others do, and others are keeping up with it. Point, period, blank. Don't care. Second, now I have 2 53s, not 2 53s. I have 2 images that are 53. It's my accident. So let's put up number 53, the headline, not the picture, the actual headline I did, okay? Not the picture, the headline. It's I have to do it. There you go. I'm the one that, has the error, how about in the next break, we'll just name that 61 or something to clear that up. But anyhow, Americans, let me start with this just to say, okay, the things that you're not being told in the mornings. And this right here, let me go to Reuters. This is out of a Reuters article, okay? It happened to come out January 14th. That would be today, okay? And there's a lot of other articles. I just picked this one. And it happened to come out at 12:45 a.m. And it was updated just 2 hours ago. China to ramp up U.S. car aircraft energy purchases in trade deal. Now, CNN and MSNBC and ABC, and they scared the asterisk out of you and put us into a recession and the inverted curve or whatever it is. And they did everything to put fear into you that the tariffs and what Trump was doing with his economic team was definitely going to collapse. The economy didn't work. 144,000 new jobs in December or whatever. We'll go into that later. it was going to cause a recession. Didn't happen. It was going to allow people like ABC and CBS and especially CNN and MSNBC to go out to Iowa and go out to the farm country and just find major picket lines and protests that they could video and say farmers are devastated by this. They couldn't get that to play with the American people. They did everything. Tariff war, graphics, anything and everything. Trump escalated his rhetoric with China today as the tariff wars continued over. You know, when I say the great thing, okay, I do support the president of the United States, but the great thing about this guy is when he starts something, okay, he doesn't allow, just think if we had a president that was a wuss. Oh my God, we only have 2 hours. We can name all of our wussy presidents, okay? Candy ass presidents, okay? But let's just say we had a president that's not a wuss like Donald Trump, or is a wuss, unlike Donald Trump, let's say it that way. And every time they tried to do the right thing, they caved as soon as the media says, we'll stop you right in your tracks. The great thing about Donald J. Trump is when he knows, when he brings the best, the brightest, the smartest, and he gets everybody, he sits back and he listens. I understand how this guy operates. Never met him before, and I will one day and interview him. But this guy sits back and he takes everything from everybody in the room, and he's processing. And he says, okay, I've listened to everybody here in the room. Here's what we're going to do. Go. And he goes. And he doesn't allow Joe and Minka to move him off. He doesn't allow anything, no matter what they do, to try to lie, the fake news, all the fake reporting, to move him off until he completes what he's doing. So here's a Reuters, you know, remember, now you're paying for it and how much it costs you. And they bring Steve Ratner up, the former number cruncher for Obama. China has pledged to buy almost $80 billion in additional manufacturing goods from the United States over the next 2 years as part of a trade war truce. Now, they had to get it in their trade war truce. It is Reuters, according to a source, likely giving a much needed boost to plane maker Boeing. Now, wait just a minute here. Boeing's an American company. Boeing's having a little difficulty right now. Trump's not kicking them when they're down. Trump's going to help American company that employs American workers try to revitalize and get back on top. What a hell of a strategy. Now, he could step back and say, well, you know, you guys could just fall apart. You understand, and here's what I really like on this deal. You understand, Trump is not coming up with a way to boost and get involved with Boeing, but he's creating an avenue where they can sell a plane on their own. Long story short, right? Under the term of the trade deal to be signed on Wednesday in Washington, I wonder if it'll be a big deal with all the media. Washington, China would also buy over $50 billion more in energy supplies and boost purchases of U.S. services by about $35 billion over the same 2-year period, the source told Reuters on Monday. Phase 1 agreement calls for China to purchase U.S. agriculture goods to increase by $32 billion over 2 years. Wait a minute. They were laughing when he said the other day, go buy a tractor. Now, this is Reuters. Reuters is not a Donald Trump, president of the United States, cheering network. Okay. Let's see. Under the term Wednesday, The Phase 1 agreement calls for China to purchase U.S. agriculture goods increase by some $32 billion. Interesting. When combined with the $24 billion, U.S. agriculture export baseline in 2017, the total gets close to $40 billion annual goal touted by the U.S. President Donald Trump. So if you use the 2017 baseline of $24 billion and you add the 32, he gets somewhere around $40 billion in agriculture purchases from China. China will purchase $40 billion now. So the other day, the President of the United States said, buy a tractor to the farmers. And the President of the United States held out to make a deal for the farmers. Maybe I'm not seeing something. I mean, I don't have my glasses, and sometimes when I read, I just see something there. I wonder if the headlines are covering that, but they're not. Let me tell you, they're not, because here's what they want you to talk about this morning. Here's what they want. They want this right here. Okay. They want this. And I'm going to get it here. They want you to see this, number 25. Number 25. Should John Bolton testify in Senate impeachment trial? 66% say yes, 17% say no. That's what they want you to see this morning. John Bolton, the mustache. Maybe he wants to sell more books. He wants to get in an audience. Here's what's funny, and it is actually comical, okay? They're the gang that can't shoot straight. So let's look at this, okay? So number 60, Vince Vaughn actually says hello. So let's go here. Vince Vaughn says hello to the President of the United States, and they are freaking out. The left is totally freaking out over that, okay, because he just shook his hand. Now, tonight, this will be number 57, the list of candidates tonight at the podium, okay? And this list right here can't make up their mind if a woman could win or a minority candidate should be on the stage. They can't make up their mind on what to do, okay? Because if they say something, Biden included, one way, the left freaks. If they say something the other way, the moderate side of the party freaks. So they don't know what to do. And it's the only group that all of them agree, okay? It's hilarious because this guy right here, let me go back there. We had it just a minute ago. This guy right here has been at one time, go to number 25. This guy at one time was the most hated man from the left, the Democrats. They hated this guy. Now they love him. He needs to talk. He needs to be heard. It's funny as hell, folks. It's funny as hell. He needs to be heard. John Bolton, the left say he needs to be heard. Interesting. I'm your host, BKP. We're going to take a brief break. We're bumping up right at 9 o'clock. Stick with me. I know it's offensive, but I want to talk a little bit about coon ass. Do you know what that is? Don't get mad at me. God almighty. Take a break. We'll be right back.
Circuit World has 9-piece living room packages at incredible prices. Get this stylish sofa and love seat, 3 tables, 2 lamps, 43-inch 4K TV, and stand, all for only $1699.99 or $129.99 a month. Or get this 9-piece living room and reclining sofa and reclining love seat, now only $1999.99 or $149.99 a month. These packages are amazing. Stop in today at one of our 5 locations and get the furniture you've always wanted at Circuit World.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
I'm Jeff Riblett, President of Asset Protection Group. As a certified financial planner and with 20 years experience, I've helped thousands of families and business owners create a tremendous amount of wealth. Fortunately, most of that wealth has been protected. Don't allow an unforeseen life event, such as a nursing home stay or the next market meltdown, destroy your family's wealth. Be smart. Call me. Let's determine how best to protect your assets and preserve your wealth.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff.
Okay, folks, we're back. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office, North Georgia's only live online morning show. I want to thank the control desk for the way they're handling things. This is our second show from Studio B. I've explained to you what we're doing in Studio A and the things that will be taking place in 2020. Big changes coming. So, okay, now listen to me. All right. We're going to get into this, but it's 9 o'clock. So for those of you that are angry at me, okay, you can get mad. But I have a hard time watching LSU. So let's just put the national champions number 10 on the screen, LSU Tigers. And if you have had an opportunity to listen to the head coach, he's from Louisiana, okay? He's from Louisiana, Ed Ortegon, whatever the head coach's name, Ed, he's from Louisiana, okay? And you absolutely got to love the interviews with him because he has that Louisiana dialect, right? So listen to me real close so you don't get mad at me, all right? Don't get mad at me. Don't take this out on me, baby. So what we have is you've got, let's say 1985. So we're coming out of a recession. Jimmy Carter's let's see, is it whatever? Let's see, what was it? Let's say 84. Yeah, let's call it 1985, okay? So in 1985, before we had a major shift in white people actually being willing to work hard construction jobs. I know I'm getting in trouble, but I don't care. Okay. I watched the industry change. Let me look at the camera and tell you that I was on some major production projects that were going so fast. And I watched building materials delivered like it looked like a mile that nobody was working on it because we couldn't get enough people to work. Okay. And that's when, we'll call it 1985, the majority of older white males, at that time, it was not really usual to see a woman on the job too often. Whether you get mad or not, I was there. And we were older white males and older Black African Americans that were hard workers started to move out of the workforce. Young people were not taking their place. I, for one, was taking their place because, I've worked my ass off my whole life and I enjoy it. But white young males and black young males were not taking the place. So it was met with Hispanics, Latinos, Latinas, I don't care, taking the jobs or doing the job. So let me get past that, all right? So anyhow, let's call it 1985. So you can look all this up. AT&T builds this massive headquarters in Basking Ridge, New Jersey. You go up to Basking Ridge, it's still up there. The AT&T world headquarters, it was enormous. It was a city in itself, okay? And they had to have somewhere for the people to work there and the people to serve the people that work there and the whole economic system. So there was projects going on. There was a project called The Hills. You can look this up. It's 10,000 units, 10,000 units. And they were all in different segments. I mean, they named the different sections, but 10,000 housing units. I'm not joking. This thing was enormous. There was other ones called Lord Sterling and Spring Ridge, 1,200 units here. So within this 10 miles, radius, there's probably 20,000 units. I mean, condos, townhouses, houses, but 20,000 units going up. And just this alone. Ronald Reagan's president of the United States. So you would go to the construction site, and it didn't matter if it was framers. It did not matter if it was drywall hangers, drywall finishers. It didn't matter if it was masons, siding contractors. There were license plates from all over the United States. So now back in the 80s, I don't know if they still do it. I've been out of the loop for a while. I've been out of the circuit. But back years ago, there was a lot of construction workers that traveled all over to what was called the construction hotspots in the United States. It wasn't uncommon. So maybe things slowed down in Houston or things were a little slow in Atlanta. You'd start seeing a lot of southern license plates. So things got hot in Atlanta and things slowed down in Northeast. You'd see in Atlanta a lot, maybe northern or north Midwest there. You start going towards Michigan, license plates. All that being said. So at this time, we're booming in New Jersey, okay? Watchung Mountains. Look it up, the Watchung Mountains. We're booming. We cannot get enough people to work, no matter what the trade was. So you go to projects and you would see Arizona, you would see Texas, you would see Connecticut from the northeast, Massachusetts, you would see any and every, West Virginia, it doesn't matter, Maryland, every license plate known. And this is how you would meet people. This is how in today I can come to you and actually say, I know somebody. This is where you would meet the real salt of the earth from these states. So at this time, I know nothing about Louisiana. Right? I'm just a kid. I'm still just a kid, but I'm just a kid, right? I'm just going to say it's 1985. I'm, young guy. I may not have crossed over the 30 threshold yet. And I'm working on these major projects, and I have never met anybody in my life from Louisiana. And it was just simple. You'd be out on a project, and all of a sudden a truck would pull in and 6, 7 guys would roll out of 3 or 4 trucks, and all of them with a pack of cigarettes. I don't know if you like the story or not, but they would. And everybody with their jeans on, and everybody was construction workers, okay? Might even pop the tailgate down and get a beer out of the cooler. Just saying. Anyhow, so here comes this truck from Louisiana. And I'll never forget this till the day I die. You know that phrase, right? Here's this truck from Louisiana, a couple, right? And these guys get out, right? And these guys get out. And so the head guy looks over, and there's 2 or 3 of us guys there. He looks over, and I don't understand a single word he says other. Hey, we're a couple truckloads, how he said it, we're 2 truckloads of coon asses looking for some work. I don't know what the hell this guy just said to me. Like, what the hell did you just say to me? I never heard. It was called 1985. I never heard this in my entire life. Excuse me? Hey, man, we're just some good old coon asses, man, looking for some work, man. You got work? And the same Cajun dialect that this coach had, this guy had. Yeah, come on in. And we went and looked and said, we give everybody a try. We'll give you a try. We'll give you this unit. And, if it works out. So these guys worked with us probably 6 months. I'm going to say 6 months. All right. And one of the guys stuck around. They left. They went to Vegas. When things slowed down or something, Vegas got real hot. They went out to Vegas or they left. All right. I don't remember why. So anyhow, they were there about these 6 guys from Louisiana. And the first thing I ever heard from them or met when I met them was referring to themselves, not me, as coon asses. Now you can look it up, okay? Working class men, women from Louisiana. Now, obviously today, you're not supposed to say that. That is degrading to the Louisiana Cajun people, okay? But these guys, and if you look it up, that's how they introduce themselves. And I'll tell you one little part of it before it goes. Nick, and I'll never forget Nick. All right, so this is a true story. Nick likes spaghetti. Dumbass story, but Nick likes spaghetti. And Nick had a full beard, and we could never understand a word Nick said. He was from Louisiana, Cajun, and he was a coon ass, whether you like it or not. Never understood. One of the best drywall finishers I ever met. Never understood. But he had such a beard. I don't even know if the dude had lips, I swear to God, right? And we used to laugh because we'd go to lunch and Nick would always order spaghetti. And we would watch the spaghetti and just and it would disappear. We didn't know where it went. I know that might be a stupid story, but I'll never forget it till the day I died. And then there was a Nick. Where'd that spaghetti go? And he'd laugh. Everything at the end, he would laugh. I think I knew Nick for about 3 years. And still to this day, I have no idea. I can't tell you a damn word that guy ever said. Other than we'd say, go finish this unit right here. And he never stopped working. He did a great job. I don't understand a word he said. And I never to this day understood where that spaghetti went. And he was a good old Louisiana Cajun coon ass. Sorry if you're offended. All right. Let's take a break. We'll come back and get serious on impeachment and serious about none other than Mitt Romney. Take a break.
Hello, my name is Chad Watkins. I'm the manager at Larry's Body Shop. We are a family-owned and operated business and have been serving the North Georgia area since 1978. We are located at 1216 Progress Road in LOJ, Georgia. Our shop specializes in collision repair and we work with all major insurance companies. Larry's Body Shop is ICAR Gold, the highest role of training recognized by the collision repair industry. It is estimated that only 10% of collision shops meet these standards. Our shop consists of state-of-the-art equipment such as laser measurement system, down-drive spray booth, spot and MIG welding equipment. All of our paints are mixed on site so that we can guarantee your paint to match every time. I know that having an accident can be a stressful event. We take pride in making sure our customers are satisfied with the repair of their vehicles. Our waiting area is clean and comfortable with free Wi-Fi and refreshing beverages. So if you're in an accident, stop by and see us at Larry's Body Shop.
Circuit World has complete queen bedroom packages at amazing prices. Get this queen bed, dresser and mirror, one nightstand, bedding set, and free 32-inch TV, all for only $1799.99 or $129.99 a month. Or get this complete queen bedroom set and sleep in style, also for only $1799.99 or $129.99 a month. What an incredible deal! Stop in today at one of our 5 locations and get the furniture you've always wanted at Circuit World.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
Ace is your healthful place for paint and home goods, tools, outdoor living, and lawn equipment. But did you know Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge is a little bit more? We have hunting rifles and accessories for your next hunting trip. We have Amish furniture imported directly from Ohio. And we have Ace Custom Woodworks for all your custom wood project needs, from cabinets to artwork. Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge. We have your new house in stock.
All right, folks, we're back. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office. North Georgia's only live online morning show. I have to, the control booth there, I always have to come back and give a shout out to them. They're doing such an amazing job in this all working out. I told you earlier, we put together yesterday, you'll see some graphics hit social media. You see all the ways you can follow us there. You can see the ways you can get in touch with us. You're going to see some graphics hit social media for FYN Investigates and also FYN Cold Case Files. We assembled a team of 3 yesterday to start looking in and to cold case files that we could start putting together. That's going to happen over the next 90 days. Now, sometimes on these cold case files, you have to make a decision on which ones you're going to, work on, and then it takes a while to start getting some stuff together. And then, obviously we called Lester Holt from NBC, and he's not available to handle it. So we're, maybe going to call maybe Dr. Bodden or somebody. I don't know. It's just a joke. So anyhow, okay. So let me say this. I try to, on a daily basis, put together what I think is happening. All right. Now, I want to trust a Republican from time to time, because I want to phrase this. I want to box this up. I want to trust a Republican from time to time. First of all, I don't want you upset with me, but I have about had it with you Republican wusses that get all dreamy-eyed because a 6'4", blonde with long hair walks into the room, and you post on the internet, I met our new senator today, Kelly Loeffler, and I trust our governor, and I want to give her a chance. Yeah, I'm tired of that, okay? I want to give Kelly a chance. I'm smitten by her. Okay, I'm tired of that, all right? Quit your damn crying. Now, I like my governor because I always remember the alternative. And what was that? Or what was that? That may be the correct reference. What is it? Stacey Abrams, okay? So I like my governor, Brian Kemp. I'm treading water on a couple issues with him. But I always go back to my alternative. Now, that's the one thing that Republicans in a whole like to do, is let you know what your alternative was. Now, they were going to be happy with not Ted Cruz, trust me, maybe John Kasich or Jeb Bush, because the alternative would have been Hillary. They didn't know what the hell to do with the alternative here and the alternative here. Donald Trump, Hillary, they were in a mess. But that being said, why is Nancy Pelosi holding up the articles of impeachment? Why is she timing Donald Trump to give a State of the Union address? Why is the impeachment happen the way it did? What's really taking place here? And I said early on, and I have the evidence we can go back to in the Wayback Machine, but I said early on, don't forget, and this was way back when actually they were starting, not the Russian collusion delusion, okay? when they were starting impeachment inquiries, okay? And that little guy, what was his name, showed up. Was it George Papadopoulos? I don't know. Whoever showed up. And between Doug Collins on the House Judiciary Committee kicked their ass in that interview as a witness, to the point that Nancy had to jerk the articles of impeachment investigation, the lead, and put shifty pencil neck geek Schiff, okay, in charge. Nadler, you're off the case. You're off the case, Nadler. Are you drinking, Nancy? No, I'm not drinking. I will be in a minute, but you are off the case. It was a real SH *** show yesterday with you and Collins and Point of Order. I mean, Collins is getting street cred all over the place the way he beat you around all day. I got to go with the guy that'll just look in the camera and lie and move on, and that's Adam Schiff. Okay. So it moved over to the intelligence. Now, without taking too much time on that, I said early on, it was all about election campaign, ads, graphics. Okay. I said that early on. Okay. I've always said they don't have a candidate. Now, I've looked at all their candidates and said, but as far as to beat Trump, we have said on this show, and you have too, they don't have a candidate. And I said they want the graphic. They want the graphic that Trump has been impeached. They want the commercial. They want the commercial, okay, that says, hey, we've decided that are you going to vote for the first impeached president? If unchecked, we have watched words. I don't have anything on the screen, just memory. If Trump goes unchecked, now it's cover up. What is the cover up, right? With McConnell and Trump. Why can't we have witnesses? All the above, okay? Now, they can't wait, number 21, they cannot wait to do this right here, all right? Schumer and them are laughing their ass off because you got number 21, and we've got Lisa Murkowski, Susan Collins, Mitt Romney, Cory Gardner from Colorado. So they are looking at the senators that they would like to put on record with some votes, okay? And let's just say they vote to acquit, all right, and several do. That will go with the cover-up ad. So if a senator votes in maybe a contested race, I would even say in the South, John Ossoff, running against David Perdue, there will be ads saying David Perdue voted to acquit Donald Trump. Why did he participate in the cover-up? Whatever. Why do you think Perdue did not want witnesses? All the above, okay? Now, Nancy held these, and I heard the great one, Mark Levin, not going to quote him, but I heard several say, I'm not for sure exactly why. And for me, I've been watching all through the holidays, getting into January. What the hell is this crazy ass woman doing? Okay. But more and more, I think, look at the screen, that she is getting Schumer in a position, because Republicans think they can take back the House. What if Democrats think they can take the Senate? We don't have a major majority. What if they think they could take the Senate? All right. In some of these states like Colorado with Cory Gardner and Susan Collins and Murkowski up in Alaska. What if they think they could take the Senate? And then next thing you know, maybe the Republicans do get the House. But it's all about the election. So first of all, President of the United States, you should follow Steve Bannon's recommendation, very good one. You should not do the State of the Union, all right? As Steve Bannon told Marie Bartiromo, you should not do the State of the Union until the impeachment trial is over and done, and then you can actually go. The State of the Union is to look at the American people and say, I am here tonight to tell the people of the United States of America, the Union is good. And sure, the Union is good. But do you want, you need a decision. Do you want CNN to do the play-by-play? I know you say you don't care. Do you want MSNBC? Do you want ABC? Do you want every byline, as I call it, to come up and say, well, tonight, what will we hear from the president? Well, it's unusual because we have a president under a cloud right now, and that cloud is impeachment. And as a trial is going on, the president's going to give a State of the Union address. And how can he actually look at the American people and tell them how the union stands and blah, blah, blah? Oh, they will love that. Love that. Under a cloud of cover-up, suspicion, and impeachment, President Donald Trump addresses the nation in the State of the Union. No, make it done, over with, period, okay? The first president to have to give a State of the Union while a Senate, now I don't know if Clinton did, but while a Senate trial is going on, absolutely not. So let me go with this. We're going to go with a couple things here. Let's start on the backwards because we only have a couple minutes here. Let's go with, I don't want to go to that one yet. All right, number 58. Let's go to 58. Sources. Trump's legal team feels confident. There he is sitting with John Bolton. Interesting. Okay. Number 57, here is the podium tonight. There we go. There's the podium. Steyer made it. Warren made it. Biden is there in the center. Sanders, Buttigieg, and Klobuchar. That will be the lineup tonight. All right. Number 55, this is what the media is reporting. Bernie is defending himself because it's sad that 3 weeks before the Iowa caucus, a year after the private conversation, staff who weren't in the room are lying about what happened. Okay. Warren, Sanders said a woman can't win in 2020. Supposedly there was a private conversation. Okay. Off the record, I don't know. Now Warren is throwing a desperation pass. Now, I would think she would throw that desperation pass before the vote, but she's thrown the desperation pass that Bernie said a woman can't win the night of the election, she's trying to create the narrative tonight, okay, and put Bernie on the hot seat to call her a liar in front of the American people. But anyhow, that's the big deal today. Here's number 53. Warren, Sanders said a woman can't win in 2020. This is her claim. Number 53. Among the topics that came up was what would happen if Democrats nominate a female candidate. Okay. I thought a woman could win. He disagreed. Wow. All right. He disagreed. What if the media just took an ounce of this investigation and concern about an issue and flipped it over with James Comey and FISA Court and the Genesis and Peter Strzok and Bruce and Nellie and all the above? What if they just took an ounce of this? Number 52. Let's go with 52. Sanders said a woman can't win in 2020. CNN loving it. Number 51. Key GOP senators on impeachment trial. Senator Mitt Romney said, yeah, I would like to hear, John Bolton. Kelly Loeffler gave money. Your senator in Georgia gave lots of money to Mitty Smitty old boy, Romney. Kelly Loeffler gave money. She is a Mitt Romney Republican. She did not give $1. Can you see that finger? $1 to Donald Trump. And I understand she didn't give $1 to Brian Kemp. So Mitt Romney would like to. Lamar Alexander, which I don't think he's running for re-election, right? I don't think so. I remember he walked across Tennessee. He's the guy that walked all the way across Tennessee asking for your vote when he was governor of Tennessee. Remember Lamar? Put the black and, the Elmer Fudd shirt on, black and red checked. outdoor shirt, walked across Tennessee asking for your vote. He's as liberal as can be. He needs to go. And then we have Lisa Murkowski and Grandma Collins. They would all like to see witnesses. Witnesses. Well, I tell you what, if they bring the witnesses, Donald needs to bring the fire breathers. I'm telling you, he needs to bring the fire breathers and let them examine Hunter. Oh, wait a minute. Are they setting up an out for Hunter and Joe on the witness side of this debate in the Senate just in time? We'll get there. We're not finished. We're going to wrap up with that. Number 49, the media is still running the Iranian propaganda. State Department not aware of imminent threat to embassies. Do you not wish again that the investigation into our State Department over the killing of Soleimani, this terrorist, and the time they have spent and the amount of airtime that they've used, if it just used these efforts, you remember, see, stuff like this, I remember when the teacher used to say, Brian, if you would just study a little bit, now my favorite thing is to study. If you just study a little bit, if the media would just took just a little bit and found an imminent threat. What about an imminent threat, not just to our embassies, our democracies? They're always saying it's crumbling, the threat to our democracy. What if they would find the imminent threat that came from the attempted crime of a coup to remove a sitting president of the United States? Just give a second on that one, okay? Let's see what I want last. Okay, number 46, NBC playing this up this morning. They're trying to create a fight between, let's see, are these two senators that will have to go back to Washington and leave Joe Biden on the kiddie cam, scratching at the cat post there with Tom Steyer and Bloomberg alone and the gay mayor? They go back to Washington. Is that interesting that this is starting right now over the whole woman can't win thing just in time as Nancy's going to send the articles? You don't look for coincidence, folks. Warren says Sanders told her a woman couldn't win presidency. Oh my God, I can't believe this is taking place and it's 2020. I can't believe 2020, this is taking place in our life. I don't know what you were doing, but at 9 o'clock, I hope you were watching the show, number 44, Nancy was meeting with the caucus. Pelosi met with the caucus at 9 a.m., the caucus. Madam Speaker, yes, the caucus is here. Well, would you assemble the caucus in the big caucus room? Yes. So, hey, how's the caucus today? How's your caucus? I got to quit being silly, but that's the way I think. This is such a laughable routine and show they are putting on. So we have that. Then we, let's see what else I have this morning. Got a couple more. All right. So here we go. Number 34. Approval of Speaker Nancy Pelosi's decision. Now, forget farmers can go buy a new tractor today and tell the bank that they've got at least 2 years of ripping up the corn like they never have before by thanking Donald Trump on the China deal that will be signed Wednesday. But it's more important to find out here. Approval of Speaker Nancy Pelosi's decision to hold the articles of impeachment. 44 approve, 48 disapprove. Number 33, should the Senate vote to remove the president? Like, you're out of here. The umpire. Pull the ripcord. Donald's gone. 48% say no, 46 yes. They never call me. They never do. Let's go with Grandma Collins, all right? She's been asked, number 32, potential Senate vote on motion to dismiss articles of impeachment. I'm not going to do her voice. It's not right. I would anticipate voting against a motion to dismiss as opposed to going through the whole process and then going to final arguments and having a vote on each article of impeachment. You see, that would give enough time for Joe Biden to get to South Carolina. And I'm not really against Joe being president. I'm just saying, you can decide what you want, okay? Let's go to number 31. House Schumer might get the last laugh on the impeachment trial. Might get the last laugh. They want video, they want votes, they want campaign commercials. They have no candidate. This is the only hope they have, not a candidate, okay? And if you think the American people, Susan Collins, will vote for Joe Biden, absolutely not. The applausometer was correct last night in New Orleans when the president and the first lady, Melania, walked onto the field. Number 30, approval of House voting to impeach Trump. 51% approve. I approve. Yeah, they voted. Yeah, I approve. Really? They never call me. Do you get a call? If you do, let me know. Now, here is the deep thinker, Lamar Alexander, that needs to go back. If I was Tennessee, I would bar him. I wouldn't allow him back in Tennessee. Number 29. Number 29. Potential Senate vote on motion to dismiss articles. I would vote against the motion to dismiss. I would vote against. I think we need to hear the case, ask our questions, and then, as they did in the Clinton impeachment, we ought to decide then whether we need to hear additional witnesses or need additional documents. So to me, a motion to dismiss is not consistent with hearing the case. Why? It could be a cover-up. So Lamar Alexander, there's one. Okay, here's a guy, Roy Blunt from Missouri. You can never count on Roy Blunt, and I think he'll be gone, number 28, soon. GOP leadership. There aren't 51 votes to dismiss the articles of impeachment. We don't have 51 votes. Interesting. I think our members generally are not interested in a motion to dismiss. Certainly, there aren't 51 votes for a motion to dismiss. Blunt, the number 4 Senate Republican, told reporters after a closed-door leadership meeting, we don't have the votes. We can't dismiss. I'm going to go past Cornyn. Go ahead, 27. You take time. You can read that later. No, I better not, because Cornyn is actually echoing a lot of what I'm saying about this and all they're trying to do. Potential Senate vote on motion, and this is John Cornyn of Texas. He's the majority whip for the Republicans. It's pretty clear to me that this is no longer about convicting and removing President Donald Trump. That's what it should be about if they're serious. As president, this is about Chuck Schumer getting 2020 Republican incumbents into tough voting situations. So I think recognizing that is his goal, I think it would surprise you that we're thinking about that too, and how to avoid that as much as possible. The goal is to get these people to go on the record to vote. Let's go to number 25. I'm running out of time. I got 2 more things I want to do today. John Bolton, 66% say they want to hear him testify. I never know who they're calling. If you do it by party, number 24, 39% of Republicans, independents, and Dems, 91%. No is 35 GOP. Now, remember, we talked yesterday, and we're going to get back into that, the RNC National Convention in Charlotte. If 39% of Republicans say they want to hear from Bolton, you need to remember that the 2020 National Convention for the Republicans is not about nominating Donald Trump to be their candidate on the ballot for 2020 as president for the party. It's not about that. That's an obvious. It's about taking back the party, okay? Trust me, there needs to be a battle. You start talking about a contested convention, not against the president, but there needs to be a battle on controlling the RNC convention 2020, really hard and heavy from Trump supporters upcoming. Number 23, White House. 23, I love White House braces for GOP defection on impeachment witnesses. No, they're not bracing. We know what's going to go on. Here's what's happening now, according to MSNBC, and they should know they're connected to Nancy. So let's go to number 22. House Democrat caucus meeting. Speaker Pelosi to meet with Democrats at 9 a.m. Discussion will center on the next steps, including appointing managers vote timing, and transmitting the articles. Wonder if there'll be a big if they'll make a line and they'll hold them the articles and walk them to the Senate. Here are the articles. Whew. All right. So anyhow, let me move along. Okay. Now this one is funny. Well, let's get into this one now. 19. Iran announces arrest following down of Ukrainian jetliner. Let's go to 18. The Supreme Leader says we are arresting the people that downed the plane that killed 176. They're arresting them. Let me say something, folks, okay? The Supreme Leader has been arresting protesters like you would not believe, killing protesters, all right, like you would not believe. It's getting out around the world. They can't stand that the new medium and the President of the United States of America has gone on and told the kids of Iran that, hey, don't let your leadership turn off the internet. The kids are protesting in the street because they like Donald Trump, don't hate Donald Trump, the president. They feel that Donald Trump will help them. This Supreme Leader does not know what to do because he's been killing the protesters, jailing the protesters, and now that's out. And they're calling for his head, literally. You need to be fired. So he says, okay, I'll arrest some people and say, we got the bad guys that killed 176. Let me say this. If the Supreme Leader of Iran has come out and decided to get the bad guys who killed 176, keep in mind, the President of the United States got the bad guy that killed thousands. Serious. So, all right, it's disgusting, okay? Okay, so let me get to this. I think I'm up to where I want to be. All right, let me get this. I want to do this. Let's see where we're at. Give me Warren, number 15. Okay, among the topics that came up, this is the supposedly private conversation she had. Okay, this is why we don't tell them we're going to kill a bad guy. Bernie Sanders supposedly is having a private conversation with Elizabeth Warren. All right, this is why you can't tell them we're going to kill a bad guy. Nancy can get mad all day long. Warren's statement on 2018 Sanders meeting, among the topics that came up was, what would happen if Democrats nominate a female candidate? I thought a woman could win. He disagreed. I have no interest in discussing this private meeting any further because Bernie and I have far more in common than our differences on punditry. So she admits it's a private meeting. She don't want to disclose any more of it, except for Bernie said a woman could not win. And we better leave it alone at that. Really? Wow. Okay, folks, I'm going to take a brief break because I only got 15 minutes. I want to stay focused. Number 20, this is what they're doing this morning. They want to tell you that Trump is planning to divert an additional $7.2 billion in Pentagon funds for border wall. When you and I know that the Supreme Court already said the President of the United States can do that. He's not diverting anything. This is a matter of national security. And it's a part of national security, which is military, and we can build this wall and use these funds. We'll take a break. We're going to come back, and it seems like it's the right time for the right debate for the articles of impeachment to take up 6 weeks, 4 to 6 weeks, for Joe Biden and Burisma. Hell, you say. Take a break.
Circuit World has 9-piece living room packages at incredible prices. Get this stylish sofa and love seat, 3 tables, 2 lamps, 43-inch 4K TV, and stand, all for only $1699.99 or $129.99 a month. Or get this 9-piece living room and reclining sofa and reclining love seat, now only $1999.99 or $149.99 a month. These packages are amazing. Stop in today at one of our 5 locations and get the furniture you've always wanted at Circuit World.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
I'm Jeff Riblett, President of Asset Protection Group. As a certified financial planner and with 20 years experience, I've helped thousands of families and business owners create a tremendous amount of wealth. Fortunately, most of that wealth has been protected. Don't allow an unforeseen life event, such as a nursing home stay or the next market meltdown, destroy your family's wealth. Be smart. Call me. Let's determine how best to protect your assets and preserve your wealth.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff.
Okay, folks, we're back. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office, North Georgia's only live online morning show. Let me run through what I want to finish up here, and this will not take long. Okay, just yesterday, number 59, okay? Number 59, U.S. probes if this is just yesterday, from Bloomberg, if Russia is targeting Biden in the 2020 election meddling. Now, I said several weeks ago where Biden's campaign is concerned that on election night, I actually think the Democrats need him to be the nominee. So on election night, they could start trying to convince the American people that Trump's not the legitimate president and he did not win. I think, don't get upset. I think it's going to be easier. A lot of people don't pay attention to sell the American people that Trump didn't beat Biden. Let me just say this initially, as opposed to Trump didn't beat Hillary. Nobody's fallen for Trump didn't beat Hillary, except for the Democrats. But if Trump and the Ukraine and the Burisma and the Russians and all the above happens, why on election night, there can only be one reason why Joe didn't win, because Trump allowed the Russians to meddle. Why do you think he's being impeached? That's just being facetious, right? That's what Nancy, why do you think they're doing this? So let's look at that. Okay. Let's go over to give me number. The CNN 50, what they're trying to sell you today. Hey, articles of impeachment are going over. Could be a 4-week trial, 6 weeks trial, could have witnesses, could tie up active senators, which would leave Biden and them alone at the cat tree on the cat cam by themselves, playing like kittens. Nobody to get in Joe's way between the time in South Carolina where all the brothers and sisters can't wait to vote for him. Russia. Now, this is today. I said seemed like yesterday. Today, Russians hack Ukraine company at heart of impeachment. Well, if the Russians are hacking them, why Joe has to be exonerated. And Donald is probably behind it. This is probably what's being said. So let's go here. Number 45, the New York Times, just in time. Russians hack Ukrainian gas company at center of impeachment. Okay, interesting. Russian spies hack Ukrainian energy company at center of Trump's impeachment. That's Burisma. We keep saying we want to hear from Hunter Biden and Joe, but why would you want to hear from them if Donald Trump has called all roads lead to Putin, as Nancy Pelosi says, and said, hack Burisma? I'm telling you, it's a setup. There's no coincidence, folks. Okay, let me get down to, I might have another picture here of that I want to show. Let's see if I have that. Hold on. Just leave that one on the screen, because God knows. Okay. Let's see. I may not have anything else right now other than that, so we're going to keep up with that. Oh, here, I think this is the same one. It's just at a different time. They ran it at different times, so it's MSNBC. So what you see on the screen there is the same thing. So don't think it's not a coincidence that it is a coincidence that the timing is all happening. Now let's go to this real quick. Houston Astros, I'm not going on this, supposedly cheating. Number 5, camera was in center field, okay? Relayed the text messages, maybe by a smartwatch, passed to the hitter by banging on a trash can. Astros are in big trouble for cheating. Now, this guy here, I don't have time, number 6, he was on the staff with the Astros, and then he went to the Red Sox. Okay, all right. And then let me go a little further, as we have some tarnished sports that we want to talk about. Now we have, let's go to CNN got in on it. So this is a big deal. I'll get to it. I want to flip through the pictures. It won't take me too long to find it. There we go. Let's go to number 36. Here's the two guys. Houston Astros penalized for stealing signals. And unusually, it's not Bill Belichick. Number 38, here is the manager, Houston Astros. Didn't participate in the sign stealing. And there he says, number 39 failed to stop, but he failed to stop it. Number 40, the GM there, we'll have their names in a minute, did not know rules were being broken. I didn't know they were breaking any rules. Nobody told me. And then we get down to, hopefully I can find the one picture I want. Yeah, let's go with this. Number 48, Astros fire manager. Number 48, when you get there, Astros fire manager Hitch and GM Lunau, right? I only have one question. I don't have time to do this story. Number 41. Why is this guy not in the Hall of Fame? Why? Why is Pete Rose not in? Number 42, Charlie Hustle. Why is this guy not in the Hall of Fame? Period. End of story. I can't figure that one out myself. All right. What do I have left that I wanted to do this morning? First of all, let me finish up by saying, all right, number 4. All right. We're going to get a little deeper into this. Number 4, this is Johnny Isakson this is former Senator Johnny Isakson on the floor, Georgia Senator, giving his farewell speech. Now, the woman next to him is Carr. What is her name? I'll get it. The woman that is looking up, glowing at Johnny, is the chief of staff, Carr, which Carr is Georgia Attorney General Chris Carr's wife. Okay. If you start looking at Kelly Loeffler, our current senator, it seems like she walked right in and she has Isaacson's staff and some other people to help her. I think Senator David Perdue has helped with some staff. But it's interesting, the moderate, I'll call him the moderate, Johnny Isaacson, has walked left, and she, let me get that. Okay. Her name is Joan Carr, Chief of Staff for Kelly Loeffler. Just saying. I think Doug Collins should run for office if he wants to be senator. And I said that yesterday. Congressman Doug Collins should run if he wants to be senator. We'll find out later today what Nancy is doing as far as sending the articles over. Do you think they'll like get a little car like and write articles of impeachment Trump? I mean, how do you think they'll play that out? I mean, will they ride it over in a horse and buggy, and a drawn horse and buggy, really quiet, and CNN will play funeral music as it's carrying the articles of impeachment to the Senate, and they'll come out and they'll take a little box, and 3 of the Democrat senators will take them inside. I don't know what the hell. It's crazy anyhow. All right, folks, LSU is national champions. We'll see what happens next year. There you go. I'm out. I'll be back tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. Good morning from the office, North Georgia's only live online morning show. And thank you to the control room for an excellent day 2 from Studio B. Take us out of here.